Today on TheWindowDog.com we have my all-time favorite in-home window demonstration. We've moved out to the lobby to get a little more space so we can show you the heat lamp test. I've got a heat lamp, a BTU meter, and 5 different types of glass. We're going to show you how well each type of glass prevents the heat from entering your home in the summertime. I'll show you a couple of tricks a salesman might use in order to game this test to make his results look even better. And I'll show you how I used to fool contractors with this one back when I was doing wholesale sales. This is going to be a good one. Get ready for fun. Alright folks, so let me give you the lay of the land. We've got our heat lamp and our BTU meter and our glass samples right here. We're going to fire up this BTU meter and it gets us to about 253 right now. That's just fine. You want to remember not to worry about the absolute number on the meter. Who cares? It's 253, I move it right back there. It's 245, I move it right up there. It's 261. Doesn't make a lick of difference. I've been in people's houses before and I've done this test and they've said, well, your number was a 27 and the other guy's number was a 7, so he must have been better. I want to buy from him because he's better. Come on, you're missing the point. The number's 250 now, it's 105 there. I moved it about an inch. So the absolute number on the meter doesn't make a lick of difference. I could use a smaller bulb, I could position the stuff different. Doesn't matter. What matters is how different does the number become when we leave everything else the same and we just change the type of glass that's in front of the light. So let's see how it works. We'll start off with the clear glass. This is double pane, clear glass. 2 pieces of regular glass, air fill in the middle, no special gas, no nothing. We'll put this in, we're starting at 253. We'll put this in here, drop down to 172. So pretty solid improvement. Next, we'll take a look at this hard coat low E glass. Now, absolutely nobody uses this glass in the business anymore, but they still put it in these sales kits. The reason it's in the kits is so that the salesman can say, oh, Mrs. Jones, the other guy uses this cheap low E like this stuff. I use the better stuff. I'll show you this cheap stuff, and then I'll show you the good stuff I use. That's kind of a bunch of baloney. There's really nobody out there offering this type of product anymore. It is still included in these tests specifically so you can say this is what the other company uses. You can insert your own morals there. Just keep in mind it's not really telling you much, but it's in the bag, so let's look at it. So we're at 253. We'll put this in here. We drop to 146. Now with all that chit-chat, I forgot what the first one was, so let's try it again. We were 173. All right, so we're 173 down to 146. Improvement. Let's see. Now, to be funny, for the next one, we filled a double pane glass unit with pink fiberglass insulation like you might find in your walls. Now, we know if you wanted the absolute most efficient windows, this might be an idea you would think of. I know your wife probably won't like it, your neighbors probably won't like it, your homeowners association would probably not like it at all if you happen to have one. But let's see what it does just for fun here. So we went from 253 down to 43. So pretty substantial improvement. It has a couple of drawbacks, obviously, in that you can't see through it, but relatively efficient. So this one is 43. Next on the list is the double pane glass with a low E coating. This is a low E coating made by PPG, or Pittsburgh Plate Glass, the largest glass company in the world. This type is called Solar Band 60. It's offered by hundreds of companies across the country. Not particularly unique, but it is a great product. So let's see, we're up to 255 now, so the bulb must have warmed up a little bit. Oh wow, we put that in there and we dropped to 27. So remember, we were at 43 with the fiberglass, and we're at 27 with the low E glass. Now this is the stuff companies will say, oh, we're the only company that offers this. If you get low E, you can get low E from anybody, but you're going to get that other kind. You get it from us, you get this good quality kind. Remember, that's just junk. You can get this stuff from just about anybody, but it is remarkably effective. 27. So now let's take a look at the triple pane. You've got a triple pane glass unit. That's 3 pieces of glass. The 2 outside pieces are that same Solar Band 60 glass that we saw here. The inside piece is clear glass. Both of the chambers are filled with argon gas as well to make it even more efficient. So we're at 255 on the meter. We put that in there. It drops to 7. So that is an improvement. 7. So we're at 27 with that guy, 7 with this guy. Now we're going to make a whole video here in just a few minutes on the differences between double pane and triple pane, but for right now you can see the triple pane is awfully darn effective. So I promised I would show you a couple of ways folks can game this system. One we already talked about is where you move that meter. It's really easy for folks trying to be a little bit manipulative to take this, and while they're putting that in there, they'll slide it back a little, and oh, look at that, now it says 5. And that's when you get, oh, the other guy said 7, man, I wonder what he was doing. Mine says 5, mine must be better. Come on, they're being silly, but you'll see it all the time. Another way you can see it is with these 2 slots in the holder. Why are there 2 slots? Well, they'll tell you it's so you can combine things. So let's move this back to where it was at about 255, right there. So let's say we took the pink fiberglass foam and we took the double pane low E glass. This is the good stuff. We put that in there and it combines. So now the light's going through 4 pieces of glass, through the fiberglass and through the argon gas. It shows me a 6 on the meter. I take all that, that's pretty good, a 6. I take this triple pane glass that has the added benefit of that you can see through it, and it drops to a 7. So it's essentially the same. So I can use these 2, or I can use this 1, I get the same results. That's kind of neat. The ways people will game this is they'll put, with one test they'll put it there, and with the other test they'll put it there, and the other slot shows you slightly different results. Again, this test is pretty effective anyway, so you really don't need to cheat, but I see guys do it. I've seen them do it myself, and I don't particularly understand why you feel like you need to cheat when the test works pretty well in your favor anyway, but people will do it. The way I used to wow contractors with this was by using specific bulbs. For example, right now I've got a red bulb in there. The red bulb works well because it's for a show. We're out here to give you a demonstration, to do a fancy show, and the red bulb looks like a heat lamp bulb. Reminds me of the bulb that used to be in my grandmother's bathroom ceiling, keep the bathroom warm, back in the 70s or 80s. I don't know if they still put those things in bathrooms. I don't have one in mine, maybe you have one in yours, but that's what that is. The way I used to do it, now this is that one that we have in there. The way I used to do it was with a bulb like this. This is a bulb they make for raising chickens. It's called a Brooder heat lamp. Brooder, I guess is how you say that. It's got kind of an opaque white finish. It's 125 watts instead of 250 watts. The reason I used to like this is because it makes the pink fiberglass insulation look worse. So if the fiberglass looks worse, then the low E looks better, and it makes your test that much more impressive. So I used to use that a lot. Now I tend to recommend guys use the red ones because of the showmanship factor, but you've got options. And then here's a third type you can use. This is a 250 watt infrared clear bulb. The reason you don't want to use this, I don't think, is that it makes the fiberglass look better. So then the difference between the fiberglass and the low E coating is smaller, which makes your test less impressive. So if I were advising someone, I would say steer clear from the 250 watt clear bulb, because that doesn't help your case, but you never know, folks make all sorts of choices. So hopefully you've seen the difference here between the different types of glass, how effective the SolarBand 60 low E glass is, substantially better even than pink fiberglass foam. And stay tuned in just a second, we're going to post a video about the double pane low E glass versus the triple pane low E glass, so you can see the differences there. And don't forget, for the most detailed and thorough replacement window information on the entire internet, check out our website at TheWindowDog.com. You'll find ways to understand window test results, you'll find reviews on all different models, and sales tactics to avoid, among many other things. So check us out online. We hope that you found this helpful, and we look forward to seeing you in the future.